Hello everyone, it is Tristan folks and we are back in business here. Before we begin this video, I just wanted to say happy holidays to all of you. We recently had Christmas, so could be wearing this for this video, but I'm not. And then we also had Boxing Day roll around the day after for my Canadians on the channel. And as I record this, I just want to say Happy New Year. 2026 is a big year. And in this video, we're going to talk about what the state of the channel is and what the vision for the future looks like. Originally, I was supposed to release a video back in October. What is pretty much going on now, which has been pretty much 3 months, and this is phase 2 of the channel. But real quickly, I realized time was not on my side and I was just playing a lot of catch up, and that's just what it's been feeling like. And it's been quite draining just, sitting here in front of a camera trying to just cram in series I've created on the channel, and I'm not putting the videos out on time. So I knew from the get-go we're not going to get the results like we were getting back in September. So I decided a couple weeks ago I'm going to sit back, take a breather, talk to some people, and pretty much in this video we're going to talk about what the next steps are, my vision, and then share why the channel has been what it has been since the beginning and what the end goal is pretty much shaping out to be. So we're going to make this fairly quick, so let's go. So first, I'm going to share to you why I had the idea to take a breather, which it goes much more in depth here, and we'll discuss in this segment why the channel has been what it has been. And to begin, wanted to start a YouTube channel up about a year ago, and I wanted to do all of these things that I really want to do now, but I knew there were a couple of opportunities looming for me, and that is why you see me in pretty much what I call my cave, even though we do got some Christmas lights, so pretty nice. Anyways, I've been in this new temporary location since October, and the reality is I have enjoyed everything out here, and expect a video around late March to early April, or maybe a little beyond that, where I've been. It's been amazing. And I've just had the opportunity to embrace the love for the game of football or soccer, and I've just felt more like myself for the first time in probably 4 to 5 years when it comes to that, as well as long-term fitness. And I've been injury-free for over a year now, so I'm just having a really good time with all that. And I am working 12-hour days, even though I do get plenty of days off. I've just had to realize early on when I was pushing videos out, I'm not getting the ideal sleep. So I've been working on that and figured that out quickly. So I got that all figured out. And also something to note, I've had a lack of upload bandwidth here, so it makes cranking out videos that much harder. It's not that, I don't enjoy doing this, because I do, but I needed to take a deep breath because I just kept cramming things in. Now I would just want to post quality videos and things, I can be constantly passionate about and not consistently rush things. And the quantity over quality is indeed a thing right now, or more of what you've seen in the past few months. And I feel it's time, go away from that. And we need to just straight up establish what this channel is going to be. And the race and sports vlogs, you're still going to see those come up, as well as the adventures around the world with myself. But we have a lot of more great things coming up, and I will be starting a new series next week that I'm excited to introduce, and it's a series Canada soccer supporters. They've been missing for quite a while, and it was very popular back in the day. So hopefully this helps summarize more of the whys of why things had been diverse on the channel as they were, as I was just trying to mainly see what works and what doesn't work. So you may wonder what the next step or steps are. So as first, I mentioned in the first segment that we're going to have a new series coming to the channel. That will be weekly, and I'm excited to incorporate it into the channel as a full-time basis for Canada soccer communities, and maybe it will grow into other communities as well. So along with that, you'll also see other things making its way onto the channel realistically in May, where I will incorporate my Tristan's Pack members into the channel on a full-time basis, which I can promise you they will bring you quite the laughs and the entertainment. And that will be a mixture of both in-person videos and online videos. You may be wondering about the online videos, which I'll lead that into what you'll see on the channel this year. And I have a close but small circle of really good and trustworthy friends. We like to have a good time, whether it's games, just socializing, or even watching movies. So there is going to be some fun and entertaining content where maybe we'll set goals up on a game, or we're just going to entertain ultimately. And that also means throughout these next few months, I will be setting myself up for that, coming up and explaining these next steps for the year. I'll be working on getting my own computer built, so that's about to become a priority. I believe I'll also be looking at a new gen console to do a few series on some sports related games as well as NASCAR. I'm sure I could play on PC also. I'll have to think about that. And the reality is of why I am getting a computer built is because I plan to join the wonderful world of iRacing. So I'll be working my way, getting through the licenses to get the A class, and hopefully by 2027 we'll be ready to do some NASCAR Cup Series racing, as well as some other cool things such as endurance racing. I've already been assembling a team and learning from other close people that I know, so we are really excited for this. And this will also include putting together some sort of rig, but maybe we'll go a little basic, build it up over time. I have no doubts we'll get all of these things done, but upon my return to St. Louis, it's going to be about finding a home that is ultimately the key piece of everything. So I will be home hunting fairly soon. So I'd expect it to be a roller coaster ride upon my return, but once that is all set in stone, that's how the magic begins. So to summarize more of what I've talked about in these previous two segments, it's what the overall channel vision is, and it'll still have its diversity, but it's going to be quality vlogs from sports and racing as mentioned, including travel which you've seen on the channel. And that'll also include some cool and unique things planned this upcoming spring coming into the summer. And on that side of things, I will be getting involved with a whole new community of people when it comes to playing my soccer/football. So it would be one that is much more accepting and welcoming with legitimate competition. So I want to bring that back on the channel in some capacity too. And on the other end of things, I'll begin to post content of me doing some online gameplay, whether it's with myself or others, which I would say the channel should be rolling almost consistently by October. And along with all of that, expect streaming to begin, as well as I'll use a mixture of Twitch and YouTube, with the big mainstreams being on YouTube, and we'll put these smaller streams on Twitch and more build a community over there. And as a team, we're still figuring out some social media things, but I just want to have a channel that, has all my interests, but also it's multiple options for people to follow. And maybe, this helps build a Canada soccer community more, or maybe it gets people in the NASCAR, which I feel it's back on the right track, and I want to see it succeed like it once has. And it's really the stuff like that where I can make this channel interactive, build a community, and, just bring my interests all together and just be myself while producing exciting, entertaining, quality content. So the ultimate end goal, which I've pretty much explained everything, but I am looking to create a positive space, as mentioned, build a community of people, and this is going to be a side hustle, could become more of a full-time thing, and it is something you got to work for. I want to get this channel to the level of monetization, which I do believe it's attainable, but the effort, it just has to be there. I got to make it all happen. It's just a matter of, just showing the world who I am, what I love to do, as well as my personality. You have the opportunity to make someone laugh, put a smile on their face. It can literally be anything, but something where everyone gets something positive is pretty much one of the ultimate end goals here. I would say I'm a unique person, honestly. And anyways, I do know we have challenges. I was stumped for a little, but you just got to pick yourself back up. And coming up, we have massive opportunities for my travels planned for the new year. And we even got the 2026 FIFA World Cup coming around the corner. Just a couple of things to mention. And this summer, it's going to be pretty big for the channel. And with that all being said, I know deep down, I have to make the absolute most of it. I can't falter. And as the time gets closer, I honestly just can't wait to, embrace the opportunity. It's going to be a wild summer, probably the wildest summer of my life, and I just got to, make some more purchases when it comes to travel, but all the in-person stuff is essentially set in stone, so be ready for pretty much a wild summer, and I believe this channel will explode this summer for sure. Anyways, that's gonna wrap things up here. As mentioned, I filmed a video aimed for October, which I'm gonna scrap most of those things out since I explained pretty much everything here and how I now realize I pretty much just need to hit the reset button and kind of just start somewhat fresh. But I still would like to include some of what we'll now call some bonus content from when my Nana was visiting me at the end of September and the fun day we had before the NASCAR playoff race in Kansas, as she came up to pretty much help me out ahead of my big opportunity, which is where I'm at now. So thanks for watching, y'all, and we'll see you soon.
You know how fun it is to like do circles around the airport when you're waiting to pick somebody up? Because that's me right now. I didn't know the other, but this terminal I'm not familiar with at all.
Well, hey, neither am I.
So after I picked my Nana up from the airport, we ended up hitting up my favorite mall in the area, the St. Louis Galleria.
Alright, we have made the first purchase of the day, AirPods 4. You wanna know something crazy, y'all? I've been on the same AirPods, the original, as long as I have, and they barely work because of how old they are, so I only wear them at my NASCAR races.
After making my AirPods purchase, I checked around Express, as well as I checked out some Ray-Bans, which I actually broke my sunglasses after the Kansas playoff race, believe it or not. Afterwards, we ended up heading to the Cheesecake Factory for lunch. I know how much y'all love seeing me eat food and saving it into your camera roll, so here you go. Anyways, I ended up getting a fantastic tomato basil pasta, which for some reason, I never filmed it, and I ended it off with the Oreo cheesecake.
Cheesecake Factory was fantastic. I forgot how big the cheesecakes are, so let's go a little to the left. I completely forgot how big these cheesecakes are, so is that worth I think $8-9 slice? Yeah. To be fair, we're bringing the rest of it home. I tried to eat it all, but Mr. Fatty over here couldn't do it. Haha. I'm too light, and I know when I can't eat enough. I didn't eat breakfast this morning either.